I don't know about you, but since having my own babies, I am much more intentional about the baby gifts that I give to my friends and family. Back when I registered when I was expecting Addison, which was about, I don't know, 10 years ago now, I registered for plenty of things that I never really used. Some of them I did end up using with Ainsley, but I got so many things that I didn't need. And of course, things have really changed over the past 10 years. There are so many products out there now that I wish had been around when my girls were little. Today's episode is going to be a fun one. I'm going to share baby gift and registry tips from the moms in my Have Baby Need Sleep newborn sleep coaching program and my Sleep Tight community. And even more fun, I'm going to be chatting with my friend Ashley Sharp, who owns my favorite baby boutique, where I love to buy baby gifts for all of my friends. Hi, I'm Allison Egidi, a pediatric sleep and wellness coach and a mom of two. I love to help parents find solutions. This is How Long Till Bedtime. Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for joining me today. I am super excited to talk about this very fun topic of baby gifts and baby gift registries. But before we dive in, can you please take a minute to introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about your store?
Hi, Allison, and thank you so much for having me today. I'm the owner of Green Bean Baby Boutique, and we're located at Barracks Road. I like to think of Green Bean as a one-stop shop for all things baby and new or expecting parents. We specialize in organic and eco-friendly products or products that come from socially responsible brands. So I like to say we literally have a little bit of everything.
Awesome. And if my memory serves me correctly, you opened the boutique after you had your sweet little girl. And I'd love to hear a little bit about the green bean origin story. I'm assuming that she was part of the inspiration.
Yes, definitely. I'm the owner and she's the inspiration. Before Green Bean, I was a kindergarten teacher and I was also an instructional coach. But I always had this little lingering dream of owning a gift shop of my own. And when my husband and I found out we were expecting our daughter Everly, we set out to shop locally for the best products for her. And I found that there really weren't any local options. So at that point, I had already been thinking about my ability to juggle my career and be the type of mom that I wanted to be. And with that, a little seed was planted for Green Bean. I brought the idea up to my husband, and he was on board. Luckily, he has a business background because I kind of like to say ignorance is bliss. When I wanted to launch the boutique, I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. But at that point, I had an eye for retail, and he had the business background. So we were kind of able to come together and start Green Bean.
Oh, that's awesome. I did not realize that you were previously a teacher. So I love
Yeah.
learning that about you.
Yeah, I definitely think that being a teacher kind of sets you up for a lot of different careers. Whether you think so or not, a lot of teachers believe, I can't do anything else, but there's so many skill sets in that actually do help you in other careers.
Oh, I totally believe that. Do you offer baby registries directly through your store, or do people register for gifts through your store using a site like Babylist?
So we do not have our own baby registry. However, we are fully online and all of our products have an add to my baby list registry button. So if the expecting parents are on our website, they can easily add to their baby list registry. And our staff is very well versed in baby lists. So if a customer comes in and wants to shop off of somebody's baby list registry, we're able to pull up those registries and help the gift purchaser find any of those items in our store. And we often find that sometimes, even if a parent hasn't registered for those items directly from Green Bean, we're usually kind of on top of what parents are wanting. So we have them in the store anyway, which is great.
That's awesome. And what are the most popular baby registry items that expecting moms are talking about or wanting to add to their registry?
Overall, I think parents are really looking for sustainable, long lasting items. So, items that are going to carry them through multiple pregnancies, multiple children. We're always seeing those big ticket items like the car seat and the stroller, a bedside sleeper, a recliner for the nursery, and a baby carrier. We're also noticing that parents are really starting to be particular about what they're putting on their baby's body. So they're choosing certain fabrics, they're choosing certain bath and body products. So when they're particular about those, they definitely want to put them on their registry just to make sure they're getting, kind of what they want. Um, Bamboo clothing right now is really popular because it's stretchy and the babies get a lot more wear out of it. And it's appropriate for all seasons. So when you come in, you don't have to worry like, oh, will this fit in 3 to 6 months or 6 to 9? It's really appropriate for any time of the year.
Yes, I that's one of the reasons I love the bamboo pajamas because right now Ainsley, who is going to be turning 8 in July, she is still wearing her size 5 Kiki pants two-piece pajamas
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
they're still, I mean, they're now like cropped pants, but they're still super comfortable and she still really likes them. So I'm curious, you mentioned that people are very interested in certain materials or fabrics, and then also certain, body lotions and all of that. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. So what are the most popular? You mentioned bamboo. Are there
Hmm.
other popular materials that people are interested in? And what products, when people are very thought conscious about lotions and different products, I'd love to hear what they're coming in asking about and looking for.
Sure. So, a couple of the brands, I mean, people are loving things that are made in the US. So, for example, Earth Mama is one of our body lines for both mama and baby that's made in the US. So, we sell a lot of that. We also sell a lot of Babo Botanicals because they're EWG verified. And EWG is kind of a rating system that you can go onto their website and look at the toxicity of bath and body products for both pretty much anything that you would like. So if they have that EWG verified kind of label on it, it means that's the cleanest that you can get as far as non-toxic ingredients. So it's just really great for the baby's skin. It's hypoallergenic. And so we're finding they're kind of coming in and looking for those types of items.
I love the EWG app. I use it all the time. When parents come in and they're ready to add some things to their registry, I'd love to know if there are any items that you strongly encourage, say, a first-time parent to think about when they're building out a registry.
Personally, I always suggest registering for a baby carrier, whether it be a wrap or more of a structured carrier. I think there's a place for both of them. Parents typically like the wraps and the ring slings earlier on, and then more of a structured carrier later on. And I think that there are so many benefits to baby wearing. First off, for bonding reasons, but also, especially with a second baby, we always wish we had more hands. So it's great to be able to use the ones that we actually have. I always also recommend a sound machine, which I know you recommend as well. 5 years later, and we're still using one with Everly. We have one in her room, we have one in our room, we travel with one. We've just really realized the importance of it and to the quality of our sleep.
Yes, I love a good white noise machine, and you carry my favorite one. um, I know when I come into your store, I have my go-to favorite items. I'm that annoying person that doesn't even look on the registry, and I just have the things that I love to send people, which, as you know, are the zip-up footy bamboo pajamas, like the Kiki pants. And I also love you have those cute little organic farm animal loveys, and so I love to send those. So when you have someone like me that is annoying and won't buy off the registry, and they come in and they tell you that they want to send a gift to someone, do you have your own go-to items where you think they will absolutely love this?
So this is a really hard one. I think that sometimes I overwhelm customers since I buy everything in the store. I literally love everything in the store. Um, but I am a huge fan of a themed gift. So if the customer wants to include clothing, I'll help them find a clothing piece that they really love, and then we'll kind of build a gift around that. So if it's, say they find a pajama that has farm animals on it, then we might find a matching teether or a really cute book, or a bib set that kind of coordinates with that. And if they choose not to purchase clothing, then I kind of encourage them to do a practical themed gift, like let's put together a bath time gift or a tummy time gift or a feeding set. And we have lots of options to kind of do those. We also can do like a diaper caddy and then put all of those items in it with like tissue and ribbons, so we can really help them present it in a really nice way. I love recommending the gather mats because it's something different that a lot of parents haven't heard of. Gather mats are a vegan leather wipeable mat that can kind of fold up in the diaper bag, or you can get a larger one that can be used as a portable play space or under a high chair. So I really love those. And then some of the other items that I are sure to be a hit would be kite footies or sleep bags. We sell a ton of our silicone building blocks because they're great. They really grow with the child. Any of our easy peasy products. And then we love our snow and arrow slippers. Those are great from newborns all the way up through age 4. A lot of parents are using those like at the Montessori schools. So those are just a couple of my favorites that I always recommend.
That's awesome. And when I like to buy those pajamas, I like to buy them in like the 6 month plus, because I remember when I had my girls, everyone wants to send you the newborn and the 0 to 3. So I try to buy a couple months ahead so that when they age out of those gifts, they have some new clothes that they got.
Yeah, I kind of found the same thing. When I got to like the 6 to 9 month age range, I was like, oh, I don't have any clothes anymore.
Exactly. And you also carry some of the bigger ticket items. You've mentioned them already, but you carry strollers and gliders and other items. And it's been 10 years since I looked into any of those big ticket items. So I'm totally out of the loop. What is the hot stroller these days? Because I remember spending a lot of time researching strollers back in the day.
So I'm always looking at the top 10 lists that are put together for strollers and car seats. What are the top 10 ones that parents should be buying? And we carry both Nuna and Uppa Baby. And I find that their items are always found on those lists for one reason or another. I carry both of the lines because I really believe in their design, their safety features, their customer service, and their customer satisfaction. I have a few different ones that I recommend for different reasons. I love the Uppa Baby Vista for the growing family because you can have up to 3 kids on it. And it also comes with a bassinet, which is approved for sleeping. And again, as the family grows, I find that that's really useful when you're on the go a lot more. You have a flat sleeping space for baby. And Nuna actually just came out with a lightweight stroller called the Travel, which I absolutely love. It's got this amazing one-hand fold, and it comes with a bag as well to carry it, kind of through the airport. And then it's compatible with any of the Nuna car seats. So you can kind of just put your car seat in there as you go. And I currently have the Uppa Baby Cruise. And so that's Uppa Baby's smaller version where you can only have one seat, whereas with the Vista, you can have 2 seats. And I have loved that stroller, but I'm eyeing the new Uppa Baby Ridge jogging stroller for baby number 2. We had the Bob stroller. I just found it really cumbersome, hard to fold, and I'm loving the Ridge. I've played around with it a little bit. It's got easier folding. The maneuverability of it is awesome. So I definitely recommend that for parents who are looking for a new jogging stroller.
Nice. And what other big ticket items do you carry? I mean, do you carry cribs, or I know you carry gliders? Are there other big ticket
Mhm.
items that you guys carry that are really popular?
So we do carry the Uppa Baby and Nuna car seats and strollers, but those brands also have a lot of other products, like baby swings and play yards. So we carry all of those. We carry Stoka, which I know you're familiar with, the ever popular Trip Chap high chair. So we sell a ton of those. And Stoka also has a bath and kind of a baby lounger as well. And when you mentioned the gliders, we are a Baby Leto furniture retailer. So what that means is we can get any of their products. So even though we don't have them in the store, we can order them for customers. And we specifically sell a ton of their Kiwi electronic recliners because they're electronic. And as a mama who delivered via C-section, it was really hard for me, to be able to get my recliner to go down. And with the electronic piece, you don't have to put that pressure. And you also don't have that jolting forward and back to wake up baby. So it's just a much smoother recline. And I also find that it's great for taller parents because it's got kind of a higher back. So a lot of the dads really love that recliner.
I can't even believe that there's an electronic recliner. This is me. This is going to be me dating myself, but that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. And it has a
And
USB port for any charging needs that you might need to do.
just because we need more access to all of our technology.
I know. I kind of wish it wasn't there, but I mean, it's life, I guess.
Totally. And you mentioned that I think you pronounced it Stoka. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I got my chair from you and I am obsessed with it. It was a game changer for my kids. So they both have one.
Mhm.
And for those who don't know, you can adjust so that your child has their feet on a platform. So if they sit at the big table, their feet just aren't hanging. And particularly for my older daughter, actually, my more active child, it helps keep her at the table still. We're still using them. I mean, I feel like we'll be using them forever because I have petite children. It really helps to keep the kids at the table longer because they're so much more comfortable. And as soon as I read up
Mhm.
on them, I thought this makes complete sense that kids should have chairs like these. So I was thrilled when I realized you carried them. Okay, so you also carry some items that I often recommend for sleep, which I love because when I have local clients, I can just say, hey, just run over to Green Bean
Mhm.
and you can grab these items and we can start tomorrow. You carry the yoga sleep white noise machines. I think you carry the Hatch and the Kite Baby sleep sacks. Are there other products that moms come in looking for specifically related to sleep?
I would say that those are definitely on the top of the list. And yes, we do carry the Hatch as well. Other than that, the Halo sleep sack swaddles, I love those because they can be swaddled, but then have the option to have their hands out. My daughter hated to have her hands in, so we were able to use those and have her hands out. But again, just something that grows with the baby. And then we also have the Halo bassinets. So if they're looking for a bedside sleeper, we can get those as well.
Awesome. And what are the most popular pajamas that you guys carry that parents come in like how I'm obsessed with the bamboo? Are there pajamas that parents swear by?
That's definitely a toss up. Parents love the magnetic me pajamas because then they're not dealing with the zippers and the snaps in the middle of the night. Again, anything made with the bamboo or modal fabric because they're so soft and they help regulate the body temperature. And then they're especially loving if they have the properties of being bamboo and either zippers, and then having the convertible feet. So they can have the feet open while baby's crawling around or walking, and then they can close the feet at night. And we definitely have a variety of brands that check those boxes. So even if you're a tried and true to certain brands, I encourage people to come in and kind of take a look at some of the other ones that also check those boxes. We have some great new brands like Emerson and Friends and Lulu Lollipop that we're really loving as well as the customers are loving.
Awesome. And since I follow you on Instagram, I have noticed that you carry at least one type of formula, which of course is a very hot topic these days. And I'd
Mhm.
just love to hear what made you decide to start carrying formula in the store and how did you even begin to decide which formula you wanted to carry?
Sure. So we are now carrying Bobby infant formula. Bobby is a USA made formula and it's inspired by European formula and it's designed after breast milk. So the European formulas just have different standards than typically the formulas in the USA have had. And Bobby is a newer formula. They were looking for stores to carry their product. And they had actually reached out to their customers saying, who would you love to see, carry our brand? And some of my customers had reached out and mentioned green beans. So it really hadn't been on my radar to start. But then when they reached out to me, um, I thought about it and I decided to carry them kind of for a few different reasons. I had a traumatic birthing experience with Everly, so my milk never came in, so I wasn't able to breastfeed. So I depended on donor milk and formula. And at that time, I actually ordered a European goat's milk formula for her just because of the standards. It was a little bit easier for her to digest. And a lot of the other formulas had high fructose corn syrup as one of their number one ingredients. So when I looked at Bobby and saw, the standards that they had, I was really excited to be able to provide parents with a different feeding journey, an ability to come in locally and get something that they could feel really good about feeding to their baby. I know it's kind of cliche, but having been there, I really do believe fed is best. And I appreciate being able to provide that to parents, just giving them a local place to come and find a formula that they feel good about.
I do not think it's cliche because similar to you,
Mhm.
I also had a traumatic delivery that resulted in me losing so much blood and then my milk never came in, and it is slightly traumatizing for many reasons, but to suddenly be thrown into the formula world when you didn't expect it. I mean, I think fed is best
Mhm.
even if you choose to go that route, but I think it's really fantastic. This is one of the things I do carry a little bit of guilt of that I just need to let go. I did not spend a ton of time researching formula. And now that I have been on my own health journey, I actually haven't even broached the subject of looking into it because I'm afraid that I'll be stressed out. But I think it's fantastic that you have this high quality brand there. And I'm curious, have you had any issues getting the product in? Are they having any issues as it relates to the formula shortage, or has it been okay?
So we have actually had a shortage of the Bobby formula, and I'm noticing that all over the country because people have been trying to buy online from us, and unfortunately, we cannot fulfill those orders for our contract with Bobby. But also, it's really important to me to be able to support my customers who have started shopping with me and having that available to them. So I'm trying to make sure that we have enough to support the Charlottesville and kind of surrounding area and their needs. But it's definitely has hit them as well, especially as the word of Bobby has gotten out. There's been a higher demand, and as some of the other formulas, as you know, have had recalls, so people are kind of scrambling to find new brands. So they're with everything, it is with that formula as well.
Oh, I'm so glad I did not have to deal with a shortage when I had my girls. That feels extra stressful. So I know very little about retail, and by very little, I mean nothing. But what I do know, because again, I think I've seen you post about it on Instagram, is that you get to go to shows to learn about products. And can you share a little bit about how you decide what to carry in the store and kind of what that process looks like?
Sure. So when I came up with Green Bean and I was really thinking about the branding and what I wanted the store to be, I really wanted to focus on bringing in products that are non-toxic, organic, or brands that are, socially responsible. So I tried to keep that in mind when ordering. And of course, that isn't always possible just due to customer demand, what parents are really loving. And for certain products, that's just not an option. So I sometimes do stray from that depending on demand. So I typically go to trade shows to learn about new products at least twice a year. And I'm always checking out online resources, what's hot and new in the baby world. And I actually really love hearing from my new and expecting parents as to what they're kind of loving because they often delve so deep into it that they're one of my biggest assets as to what they can kind of teach me. One thing that people don't realize is I'm typically ordering 6 to 8 months or even a year in advance. So I've already purchased for all of fall. and winter. And then when I go to market in August, I will be ordering for next spring. So that's kind of a big, a big responsibility. There's a lot of mind work behind that. But really, I just go, and if I like it, I buy it and hope that I'm kind of on trend and people are loving what I pick as well.
Wow, that's crazy. You buy so far in advance. So are there any new products coming out that you're excited about that you went to the show and you're like, yes, this is going to be awesome?
Let's see. So, well, new to us in the store is the Snuggle Me Organic Infant Lounger, which we actually just got in. It's kind of like an upgraded boppy lounger, but it's designed to hug the baby's full body, and it's made of all organic materials, and the whole thing is completely machine washable. It's made here in the U.S. So I'm really excited to have that in the store now. A product coming soon that I'm really excited about is Up a Baby is coming out with a play yard, or like a pack and play, I would say. It has the ability to open from the front. So for us short mamas that are used to like heaving your whole body over the side of it to pick up baby, you don't actually have to do that. You can unzip it from the side. And then it also comes with a zip on bassinet. So that goes over the whole top of it to have baby up higher as well. And then you can purchase a canopy for the top of it, which will give you that sun and bug protection, but it can also be used to make the sleeping environment darker during travel. So I know you kind of recommend something like that for travel. So when I saw this, I was really excited because I was like, oh, Allison will love this for sleep.
Yeah, those things are awesome for traveling to have that to help make spaces darker. So if someone comes into the store and wants to give a friend a baby gift that costs under $25, what do you recommend?
Sure. I know you mentioned the Farm Buddies earlier on, and I actually recommend those as well. I love that they're organic, machine washable. So I would pair one of those with either an indestructible book or two, or an easy peasy mini mat.
Awesome. And what if they wanted to spend $50 or less?
I would do like a footy and a coordinating teether or a sound machine.
All right, let's keep going. So what if they wanted to spend $100 or less?
A little something for mom. So a posh peanut robe, and then I would do a coordinating swaddle or a footy.
Oh, I love the idea of adding something for mom. That's a fantastic
Mhm.
idea. Okay, this will be my last one.
Mm.
What if you have someone that wants to come in and splurge on a friend or family member and spend $250 or less?
I would say the new Snuggle Me Organic that I mentioned earlier, or going with a themed gift, I would probably grab like an itsy ritzy diaper bag, and then I would fill it with goodies for the mama to be. So we could do like nipple butter and booby tubes, a Milk Snob nursing cover, um, and then, maybe a couple goodies for the baby that kind of align with those. But I think that would be really fun.
I love the idea of those themed gifts. Some of the moms in my group mentioned that as well. I think that's a really fun gift idea. So, Ashley, this was so fun. Thank you so much for joining me today. I absolutely adore your store and have loved getting to know you ever since the store brought us together. And
Yes.
can you please tell everyone how they can find you and how people can shop with you? I know you do have an online presence. So, even for those not in Charlottesville, they can shop with you. So, fill us in on how they can find you.
Sure. So again, we're in the North Wing of Barracks Road, and we're fully online at greenbeanbabyboutique.com. We're on Instagram at greenbeansseaville, so definitely want to follow us on there to find out about the newest products and promotions and events. Just also wanted to remind everybody we love doing virtual shopping or helping you put together the perfect gift. We can ship directly to the gift recipient. We'll gift wrap complimentary for you. Definitely just a knowledgeable staff that is ready and willing and loves to help. So we are here for you.
Awesome. And I will link to your site and to your Instagram in the show notes. Thanks again for hopping on here with me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to How Long Till Bedtime. To learn how we can work together to improve your child's sleep, please visit sleepandwellnesscoach.com.